For what it's worth. Chapter 1. Desperate measures. Early morning sun filters into the waiting room through the vertical blinds I've just cleaned, showing it to be empty apart from some floating dust motes and a wet mob just out of my reach. I'd forgotten it in my haste to get into the cleaning cupboard. Man, is he early or am I late? I straighten the painting hanging on the back wall. 5 more minutes, only 5, that's all I needed. Or 10. To be realistic, probably 10. At least he's gone for the moment. Any temptation to laugh at the absurdity of hiding in a cleaning cupboard or to giggle at the notion of being closeted in a closet is offset by the serious fear of losing my paycheck. Catastrophe lurks out there in the waiting room, wearing a bow tie and horn-rimmed spectacles. Opening the cupboard door, I grope for the handle of the stray cleaning tool. When my hand fails to locate it, I risk popping my head out from the shelter of the cupboard, much as my childhood tortoise used to pop his head out to see if the way was clear. The mop is stubbornly out of reach. Pushing the door open a little more, looking round and seeing nobody there, I reach further out of the cupboard. I'm about to snatch the mop when Dr. Watson reappears out of his consulting room. Head and mopless hand retract swiftly into the protective shell, the painting connecting with my ear. Ouch! I stifle the exclamation with my hand. I'm not used to all this cloak and dagger stuff and seem to be pretty useless at it, though at least I've got the sense to leave the door ajar so as I can breathe. As a bonus, that also allows me to keep tabs on what's happening outside without actually being seen. Funny, I'd always thought this was a pretty good sized space in which to store stuff, but it's actually rather tiny and confining when you're any bigger than a vacuum cleaner. I've wriggled myself round the corner a little in order not to be too visible if a predatory penguin happens to glance in. And there's a shelf digging into my shoulder blades. I can practically feel bruises form as I try to wriggle to stop the tickle of the trickle of perspiration down my back. I wouldn't say I'm claustrophobic, but I sure don't enjoy being trapped like this. Give me wide open spaces any day. Even the waiting room out there looms huge in my imagination right now. Dr. Watson, a dapper little man, white shirt neatly pressed, dark suit immaculate as usual, walks with a flat-footed roll, studying the papers in his hand, looking like a preoccupied penguin. Used to cutting his corners fine, his way is barred by the mop. Typical. A wider sweep round that particular corner would have missed it, but no. Dr. Watson is proud of his economy of movement. The straight path, the direct route, these are his choices. So he encounters the mop. He stares at it over the top of his spectacles. It stands its ground. When it refuses to step aside, he lifts it and with a loud tut opens the cupboard door and plonks the offending implement inside and onto my feet, and with his typical efficiency, closes the door.